Oh, hey, I'm sorry, I didn't see you there. Welcome to another virtual episode of Doing ESTEAM Activities with me. If you do remember who I am, my name is Steve and I work for the Alley County Department of Parks and Recreation. And we are currently here at Pamela Park's Innovation Lab. Today's activity is called the Grab Lab. And right now I'm going to be showing you all the materials that will be needed for the Grab Lab. Alright, so as I was saying before, we are going to be doing the Grab Lab today. And right now I'm going to be explaining all the basic materials that you will be needing in order to do the most basic grabber. So, first things first, connector strips. You're going to need an even amount of connector strips, so that means you at least need two. If you want to add more length to your grabber, you're going to need to add two more, increments of two. So 2, 4, 6, 8, so on and so forth. You're also going to be needing wooden dowels. Any size works. If you have longer ones, we are able to use our wood cutters to cut them shorter. You're also going to be needing these blocks, the perpendicular blocks, the 1-inch number 10 screws. You're going to need a Phillips head screwdriver. And just for like added stuff, you could, whatever you want to make your grabbers out of, you could have forks, you could have knives, you could have spoons, maybe if you want to have cups, some tape as well to hold them together, and different sizes of gears, whatever you have lying in your house that could act as grabbers, you could include that in your material list. So let's get started on this. Alright, so we're going to start by making a simple grabber, and for that we only need 2 connector strips and 1 screw. We're also going to be getting our Phillips screwdriver just so we can screw stuff in. Okay, so the first thing that you want to do is, it doesn't have to be precise, but you want to screw in your screws somewhere between the middle mark. You want to overlap these, and you just want to screw them in together. So I'm going to do mine like around here. Once again, it doesn't have to be precise. We're going to screw them in. You can use your fingers or you can use screwdrivers. Screwdrivers probably fast. And you want to make sure when you screw them in that there's little to no gap between these two. So I'll do this one, the right one, just so you guys could see how not to do it and how to do it. So I'll screw this one in. Screw it in as much as you can. Bam. Okay, so this is what we have right now. Now the wrong way of doing it is, for example, still doing it halfway through, that's fine. But let's say you screw this one in first, and then you start screwing it in here, right? And keep screwing, screwing. And you see how there's a gap between them? See how there's a gap between this one and not really this one? You want it to be like this one on my right side, not this one, this one. Alright, so make sure that there's little to no gap when you screw them in. And that completes step 1. Time for step 2. Alright, for step 2, this is where any item that you have comes into play. Cups, forks, spoons, knives, gears, or whatever else you have, as long as you have 2 of them, that'll come into play. For me, I'm going to be using forks, but just the heads of the forks. So I'm going to have to grab the tape, get some tape, and I'm going to be wrapping it around this area like this.
So, doing so, let me just do that real quick right now. Bam, bam, bam. Probably do a better job, but you know what? I'm just going to do this for fun. Alright, and we'll say this. Actually, let me show you how to inside. Alright, I'll say that's good enough for now. Get this one, put it on the opposite end. Oh, tape is very sticky. Obviously, right? Come on, let's see, come on, no. Tape, of course it's sticky, go. Okay, alright.
So now we have something like this. As you can see, this one is a bit off, so it's going to be some trial and error. You might have to readjust. You may have to take off and retape. Maybe I made this one too low. I'm going to retape this one. And your end result would be something like this. And there you have it. We have a simple grabber that we are able to grab stuff with. So like, for example, I've got a cup here. See if I can grab this cup, yeah? Alright. Oh, look at that! What? Let's see if I can grab this tape. Or is it going to be too heavy? Let's see. This might be too heavy. Oh man. Alright, it's probably too heavy. Or I just need to come up with a better grabber. But now, let's try doing something a bit more advanced. Because remember, this is a simple one. So let's do something a bit more advanced. Alright, so once again, this is a simple grabber. And now we're going to make it into an advanced grabber. So as I said before, you will be needing more of these in increments of 2. So I got 2 with me right now. And I got 2 more screws as well. So first thing I'm going to do, on any end, at the tip of them, you want to connect them with a screw. Just like how we did here in the middle, but you're just going to do it to the ends. Right? So that's what I'm going to do right now.
Alright. Hopefully you guys don't have as much trouble as I am right now. Maybe if I use a screw it'll be easier. Alright, there we go. All I had to do was use a screw. Okay. So let me screw that in. All in.
I'm going to take that out. I'm going to do the same thing to the other side. And one thing to take note of when you're screwing these in is if you're going to do the new one on top, make sure to do the other one also on top. And I'll show you guys what I mean right now after I screw this one in. Okay, so now that I have that screwed in, so what I was saying earlier is you see how these 2 are on top? Make sure that if you're going to do one of them on top, the other one has to be on top as well. If this one was at the bottom, then this one has to be at the bottom as well. Okay? So now next thing we're going to do is, same thing like how we did here, we're going to connect them with a screw. At this point you should try to make it as even as you can. Maybe you could spread them out like that and see where the middle mark is. Looks like the middle mark might be right here for me. And remember, if you make a mistake, if you notice that it's not in the middle, you could always unscrew it and then readjust to however you need to. And there we go. So now, this is my end result, and this is what I have. See how it comes all the way back to me? How it goes towards you. Oh. And at this point, it's going to be up to you whether you want to add more at the ends to make it longer, or, you know, add different materials. I added forks. Maybe this time I could do a cup. Maybe this time I could do some gears. And one way of thinking about it is like, well, think about animals. How do birds, you know, get their food? They use beaks, right? And those are pointy. So what would I use for something pointy? Maybe like a knife? What about for like a little chipmunk when they use their hands? The hands could be represented by like maybe a fork. But what animals or what things could be represented by like the edges of gears? Or whatever other items you may have lying around. Okay? So I'm going to be adding a few more to these and I'll be right back. Simple grabber, bam, bam, but the advanced grabber, ooh, bam. So as you can tell, the more you add on, the more flimsy it's going to be because of the added weight. As you can see, this one tends to bend the more I go out on it. I see that, but it's okay. It goes straight up and it comes back, but it does have far reach. If you're wondering how I did this, well, on one end, what I did was I added a dowel, so you guys can see here, wooden dowel. I got a connector strip and I cut it into small pieces. As you can see here, I connected one on this end, one on this end, and on the other side, I put another dowel, and I just fit my cup through. And I did the same thing to the other side. Once again, whatever you put on the sides, it's up to you. You want to be creative, you know, innovative, whatever you want to do, you could do that. And right now, what we're going to do is we're going to put these to the test. Will these cups be able to grab a lot of random things? Or will we have to go back to our handy dandy simple grabber? Let's go and find out, shall we? Alright, so for today's Grab Lab game, we are going to be tasked with grabbing a pom-pom, a screw, a pipe cleaner, a wooden stick. We also have little cute dinosaur. Look at this dinosaur. Look at it, it's all green, so squishy and so tiny. Look at this, it's so tiny. A crayon, we got a marker, rubber band, a block, and a bead. And the first thing that we're going to be able to use in grabbing these materials is our advanced grabber. Let's see if our advanced grabber is up to the task of grabbing even just one of these things. I'm going to go this way because it's easier than going this way. I could try it this way just to show you guys, but we'll see. pom-pom. Nope. Nope. Alright, I'm gonna go to the screw. Pom-pom's no good. No. Alright, you know what? I'm going to the dinosaur. Dinosaur seems like it's cool. Alright, let's see about the dinosaur. No. Oh, I almost got it. Alright, you know what? I give up with this advanced grabber. I may have to make some tweaks to it, or maybe these are just good for grabbing larger items, because it seems very difficult to grab very small, skinny items. Alright, so let's see what I can grab with this one. Let's start off with the pom-pom. Ooh. Alright, I'm gonna go this way. Bam! Guys, see that? Got the pom-pom. Alright, start off with the, see if we can grab the screw. Screw, piece of cake. Alright, let's see about this pipe cleaner. Oh, it made it spin. Alright, looks like I got the pipe cleaner. Really good, really nice. What about this wooden stick? Alright, it's not grabbing it the way I thought it was, but hey, at least it grabbed it. Alright, let me adjust this real quick. Once again, you might have to make some tweaks here and there, but it should be fine. Alright, let's start with the dinosaur. Dinosaur is pretty easy. Here, let me help you back up, buddy. Okay, just lift you up. Oh, I had it. Oh, you know what? It's tired. It's probably sleeping. Alright, let's go to the crayon. Crayon, really easy. Bam, pretty easy. Let's go on to this one. Let's start off with the rubber band. Rubber band. Rubber band. Rubber band. Alright, first try, nice. Alright, wooden cube. Wooden cube, look at that, nice. You could even make a game out of this if you just have to use grabbers to build something out of the blocks. Each block you grab, place, 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 and that's a game for you. Let's see about this bead. Ooh, this bead I could also grab. Nice, so it looks like the symbol grabber won this round. So, it looks like the symbol grabber won this round. So, you know, sometimes just because something is more advanced or bigger, you know, it doesn't mean it's always, you know, better. The symbol grabber was able to grab things more easier. It's easier to control, easier to manage. This one seems to be too long and too flimsy, hard to control. It's probably good for some other uses, but not for this game right now. With these things, you guys can get creative. You can make them however long you want, add whatever you want to the tips, you know, and you could make different games with them. Like how I said before, with the block, you could make a game where you only have to use, you could only grab them using these and build whatever structure you want. Or you could like have a bowl filled with a bunch of things and see who can grab certain items or grab the most items in a certain amount of time. But you know, there's a lot of things that you guys can do with these, and then it's up to you, your innovative mind, your imagination to roam free, let it free, and see what you guys come up with. If you guys do manage to make these at home, or even make your own games, you know, feel free to let us know so that we can share it out. Maybe you guys could get inspired by other people. You guys could probably inspire other people as well. You could inspire us as well. So yeah, I do want to thank you all for taking the time today to, you know, watch us, you know, here, you know, hopefully we're all having fun, having a good time. Hopefully you're having a good day today as well. My name is Steve. I work for the LA County Department of Parks and Recreation, and we are here at Pamela Parks Innovation Lab. And today we made a grabber in the Grab Lab. So yeah, hope you guys have a good one, and we'll see you in the next one.